Yo, what's going on guys, it's Soutnose here and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, as you can see by the title, we are looking at the Grau 5.56, I think that's how you say it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've never heard of this gun in my life. I'm not some gun expert or some shit like that. I live in the fucking UK, so the closest thing I've seen to a gun is if it has Nerf on it. But I don't think it's been on any other Call of Duties except from if they have been DLC weapons or some shit like that. But all in all, this is quite a decent gun. This isn't really a normal video that I do. I normally just dick around on Call of Duty and stuff like that. It's a bit like one of my older videos where I'm more informational and stuff like that. And I'm going to do this as well for the new DLC weapon once I get around unlocking it, because I'm not spending fucking money on the Battle Pass. So hopefully that will be out in less than a week's time, some shit like that. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. So I'm just going to have a quick overview of the Grau 5.56 and just give you some stats and like some of the recoil patterns and stuff like that. So the damage profile is the exact same as the M4A1. It does 28 damage to the chest, body, arms, whatever at close range, and 23 at long range, basically anything apart from the head, which makes it a 4-hit kill at close range, and at the extreme long distance ranges it's going to be a 5-hit kill. At close range to the head it is going to be 42 damage, and at long range it's going to be 34 damage, which means it's going to be a 3-hit kill at close range if you hit every bullet at the head, which is probably not very likely. So all in all, this is a good damage profile. It's quite average for the ARs in this game. Bear in mind the Kilo and the M4A1 have this. The only problem is that the M4A1 and Kilo both have slightly more rounds per minute at 800 and 750 respectively, whereas the Grau has a rounds per minute of 730, which is just a bit lower, which means the time to kill isn't as fast. There's one slight thing that lets it down as well. The recoil stabilization, I think it is. It moves about quite a bit. You're seeing the recoil pattern right now. It's just an upwards recoil. It's quite easy to control, but you have to basically use the recoil stabilization because at medium to long ranges, the iron sight shakes so much when you shoot that it's basically very hard to keep your shot on target. So that's one attachment that you definitely need, the recoil stabilization, which will come from the Commando foregrip. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the iron sights. The iron sights differ from which barrel you actually use. And the barrel is very important in this gun, and it can change it from a gun that can literally hose people from across the map to a gun like a PDW that is really good at close range. Personally, and I'm going to say this before the class setup, I use the Archangel, and I think it's the absolute best one because it gives one of the clearest iron sights. If you've ever used the VMP from Black Ops 3, it's a bit like that. It just has one little line poking out at the top. It makes it so there's no obstruction when you're shooting people, and I actually quite like the iron sights. I think that's all I wanted to really talk about before we get into the class setup. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is the class setup I have for the Grau 5.56. It's a setup for an actual assault rifle, less of a SMG setup, so I haven't got like no stock and stuff like that, but that's another way you could get out your class. I'm just going to go through the attachments right now. And the barrel, I have the Archangel, of course, that I said about a minute ago. It increases your damage range, which is always good, your bullet velocity, and your recoil control. With the cons, the aim down sight speed and movement speed, which I feel like is a really good attachment. And it also has a decent iron sight. If you wanted to go for a SMG sort of gun, really, an SMG slash assault rifle, of course your recoil control isn't going to be very good in your damage range. But the ZLR Drifter is actually very good at that because it increases your aim down sight speed, your movement speed, and recoil control. For the underbarrel, I do have the Commando foregrip. This, of course, is really good for a recoil stabilization, aiming stability, which is quite good on quite a lot of guns. It basically just means your iron sights don't shake, and if you are using iron sights, it's really good. Even if you're using a red dot sight, I'd definitely recommend using this. Next, another vital attachment we have is the XRK Void 2. Which is very good to aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. Of course, it has cons on the recoil control, but as you can see on the like little graph thing below, like where it has the cons or whatever, it's only a tiny bit on control. I really didn't see any difference in any of the recoil control. And these are the two attachments you could probably switch out for your preferences. I have the 50 round mags and sleight of hand. If you don't really like the iron sight, you could have of course put a red dot sight on there. And if you are going for a SMG sort of gun, I would keep everything else except from the Archangel, of course. Switch the other barrel. I can't remember what that's called. And I would swap the stock for the no stock, which is kind of weird because you're like using an attachment when you're kind of getting rid of something. But that is good for SMGs. If you're trying to use it like an SMG, I can't fucking speak. but this does, the cons of this are the aiming stability and recoil control, of course. But if you're using it in close range, that doesn't really matter. I wouldn't normally use sleight of hand on a gun like this. I'd normally have, these guns normally have an aim down the sight on the, a positive for the aim down the sight on the stock, but this gun for some reason doesn't have that, so I stuck sleight of hand on. I feel like these attachments are really good for this gun. So yeah guys, hopefully you got something helpful from this video. I gave you basically two classes, one for an actual assault rifle, one for a more SMG/assault rifle like the Peacekeeper from Black Ops 2. And yeah guys, hopefully you took something for this video. The next video is going to be, I can't remember what it's called in Modern Warfare, but it's the UMP45. If you subscribe with post notifications on, you will be notified when I stream and upload, because I'm going to try and stream as much as I can. I'm quite busy at the moment, but I feel like I always say that. I feel like I'm always busy, but I'm just trying to get these videos out. Hopefully get it out on the weekend if I can, and then we'll be back to the funny moments and all that, and hopefully the Battle Royale is coming soon. And yeah, it's going to be fucking great. Anyway, if you did enjoy, like I said at the start, please smash that like button. It does help me out so much. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.